Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Drums and Drams. My name's Cameron, and this video is the final installment in the Stag Week review series here on the channel. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at batch 23C, coming in at 125.9 proof. It's the lowest proof ever for a batch of Stag or Stag Junior. And very quickly, I want to say thank you to Patreon member, supporter, and friend of the channel, Jeb, for sending this sample my way. And also, I do want to remind you that because I've been shooting all these Stag videos back to back, yes, all in the same evening, and yes, I have been changing my shirt for each video. Sue me, I know. The things we do for YouTube channels, right? But because of that, if I do mention 23A or 23B in those reviews, if I have some spoilers in here, I apologize. If you want to go watch those first before you come back and watch this 23C review, I would encourage you to do that, because I'm sure I'm going to reference those things that I just tasted a few minutes ago, basically, in this review. But let's get on to this now. 23C on the nose, the lowest proof ever. Let's see what effect that does or does not have on the whiskey. Here we go. Oh, I love the nose on this. This is the nose that I wish that 23B had. Like when I saw 23B being a little bit of a lower proof, this is what I imagined it smelling like, right? This is not coming off too hot. It's not too alcohol forward on the nose. Yes, it's a Stag. Yes, it has all those characteristics of being intense. But on the nose, this is very dark, very rich, sweet, fruity. Yeah. Oh, man. There's actually a note in here. I'm somewhere between like total fudge and chocolate cake. I mean, really great chocolate notes. What I might say is that this is kind of like a chocolate cake with some sort of fruit preserves on top of it, you know, some sort of like dark, like black or purple fruit type. I don't know if preserves is the right word, actually, like some sort of sauce or drizzle that you would have on that chocolate cake. That is, if I could really distill all of this down to one tasting note, that would be the one. Oh man, this smells great. Yeah, and the other thing that I want to call out here is that the cinnamon note in this whiskey differentiates itself even from not only 23B, which again was pretty lackluster, but even 23A. I think the cinnamon note in here is so round and aromatic. It's not just spicy, you know, like some of these other batches have a lot of peppery notes. This one is so aromatic and so cinnamon forward, but the cinnamon adds its own quality instead of just kind of boosting the profile. I think oftentimes when we get spices in whiskey profiles, at least the way I look at it in a lot of cases, is that the spice is just there to support other notes, to help push them forward on the palate, or even on the nose. It helps bring some of those things to your nose out of the glass. In this case, the spice is not a sidekick, right? The spice is Batman. It's not Robin. It's this fudge, this chocolate cake with this dark fruit sauce and cinnamon. Then the cinnamon stands alone, and I love it. So on the nose, I gotta say, this is a really impressive batch. 23C, I did not expect it. If I had to guess, I would have thought that this would be kind of a mess with the lower proof. Similar to what we've seen with Elijah Craig barrel proof, they start dealing with lower proofs, putting these things out, and things kind of fall apart. This is not that. This smells like basically a higher proof Eagle Rare 10. I know that's essentially what it is, just not with the age. But this has those characteristics just dialed up to a higher proof. So anyways, I got to taste this now. Cheers. Oh, yes. This is awesome. I love this whiskey. Although I don't want to speak too soon. 23B, I liked up front, and then it went grassy and it went weird in the back end. This one does not do that. This is grape soda on the palate. It is chocolate cake. It is grape soda on the palate. It has that effervescence. I talked about that on 23A. Effervescence on that one was really coming from the citrus notes. Here it's coming from the grape soda kind of note. Wow, this is fantastic. I'm giddy. I've got goosebumps now. What a great batch. And what I like about it too, with the proof point in particular, is that it's so drinkable. I mean, a lot of these stags, for me, I don't really reach for them because they all drink hot. Like, even if it's 132, I feel like it drinks like 138. I've always thought that stag drinks hot. And this is one batch where I feel like I could actually reach for this bottle and it's a crushable whiskey. No, it's not a low proof, but what is it, 125.9? I mean, that's a great approachable proof for this, and it comes off that way on the palate. And I gotta have one more sip before we wrap this video up. Cheers, guys. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be interesting. The blind flight that I do is gonna be very interesting to see how these three compete against one another. I mean, in some ways, I think 23A just has the advantage of proof and explosiveness of flavor. And it is a pretty complex whiskey. But this 23C, on pure deliciousness, pure, like, confidence in what it is. Like, this profile is direct. Like, it knows what it is. It's to the point. It's not a one-trick pony necessarily. I don't think it's as complex as 23A. But I might like it better because I tend to favor these darker, richer batches of Stagg. So right now, unblind, not in a side-by-side comparison, I actually think this 23C might be my favorite batch based purely on flavor profile and drinkability. And it's going to be very interesting to see how these things stack up in a blind flight comparison. But let me know what you guys think if you've tried this 23C. I feel like I've heard mixed reviews online. I don't know that there's anything mixed about this. I mean, the only knock is maybe a lack of complexity and maybe somebody wants their face ripped off. I don't know. This is great stuff. I'm going to stop rambling now. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Patreon. Check out the rest of these Stag Week videos. Let me know if you like this idea of doing these 3 in a row or if this was a little bit overkill. Or maybe it's both of those things. I have no idea, but cheers, and I'll see you guys soon here on Drums and Drams.